I'm John Bowden. One of the great songs in the 80s in Canadian music was Moonlight Desires with Lawrence Gowan. Went as Gowan back then. There was Larry Gowan, Lawrence Gowan. Then he was Styx lead singer all of a sudden. We went, wow. And he's handled it incredibly well. We talk about Moonlight Desires. We go back to the 80s on Rock History Canada. Lawrence Gowan, known professionally as Gowan, is a Canadian singer-songwriter and keyboardist, celebrated for his very dynamic presence on stage and powerful vocals. He was born November 22nd, 1956 in Glasgow, Scotland. He moved to Canada at a young age. Gowan first garnered fame in the early 1980s with solo hits like A Criminal Mind, Strange Animal, and Moonlight Desires. Gowan first got major attention from Styx when he was opening for them with just a keyboard. His power as a vocalist and on stage has really helped revitalize Styx.
Moonlight Desires it's actually my biggest song of all time as far as my own solo work goes. It was the follow-up record to Strange Animal was kind of a high bar to kind of clear for me anyway. And when that chorus of Moonlight Desires came into my head and I started playing it over and over, I thought, I think this could be the song. And then as we recorded it here in Los Angeles. John Anderson of Yes, amazing serendipity. He heard what we were working on in the studio, and we were going to put a guitar solo in the middle of the song. And then John, instead, I was talking to him and we said, do you want to put a vocal solo in there? And he was like, yeah, I think I would. And the next day he came in the studio and basically just riffed that solo in there, and it fits so seamlessly into the song. And then he sang harmony on the choruses, and it was like, this is one of my heroes. And getting to record with him is, beyond any expectation I would have ever had in life. A few months later, we were to do the video for it, and I called him, and he was in England, and I said, I'm going to Mexico. We're going to make a video for Moonlight Desires on the Mayan pyramids. Do you want to join me? And he was like, I think I would. And that's why we ended up on a Mayan pyramid about 4 a.m. waiting for a helicopter to arrive and do that aerial shot of the two of us on these pyramids with Moonlight Desires blasting out of this PA system that we brought. And even when I talk about it now, John, it's almost like a dream that ever even happened. And yet every night when I get to play it on stage, I relive that.
We were doing an interview, and he had just lost all his internet. It just popped by. It was a terrible connection. And he said, he said, John, that was one of those moments for me. He said that was a golden moment for me. He says that song, he says, always that, because he's a new age dude. I'm a new age dude. And he says, there are moments in your life where you go, wow, look at life. Look how life can be, he says.
John had I know he told me that was a pivotal experience for him. And there was something about on the day, especially, we did it over a couple of days of shooting, but on the day when he was standing on the Pyramid of the Sun and decided on his own to dress up kind of as a quasi-Mayan, high priest or something. I don't know what it was exactly, except it just fit the concept perfectly, and he said it was a pivotal moment in his life. And I understand that. I understand that you do have moments like that. I can relate to a couple of my own where you're almost like you stand back almost out of body, and you're kind of overwhelmed with the awe of what life is and what music does to you in this existence that we have. That's quite, as Tom Petty said, the closest thing to magic that exists. And I feel so amazed that he had that, because I told him I had that as well the first time I put on Close to the Edge.
My wife wanted me to tell you, she says he's one of the most handsome rockers I've ever seen, and he looks better now than he did then even. So there you go. You got that also. So I'm saving myself from what you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. She's got fantastic taste.
Remember, you can help the channel by donating. There's a PayPal link at the very top of the description. Also, join our Patreon. You will get early access to all our videos. And we have a swag store. You can pick up a lot of merchandise, a lot of clothing with our logos on. Links again in the description. Subscribe to our channel, share our videos, like them, and comment on them. I'm John Bowden. This is Rock History Music.